What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, here with another edition of Traditional Fans with Opinions, where I'll give my reviews for whoever I watched, read, or played today. And who are traditional fans with opinions? That is myself, and that is you, the viewers. With all that being said, on with the reviews. Mr. Wonderland, Episode 4. So, in this one, Ace arrives at Ramshackle Dorm with a magic collar around his neck. Basically, what happened was, so he opened the dorm fridge, found a tart, ate it. Apparently, it was one of the riddles, and so he broke a law, one of the rules about eating a tart without permission. And so, Riddle uses his "off with your head" spell to put the color in. So Ace can't use magic, unless Riddle allows it. So basically, Ace stays into in Ramshackle Door for the night. You Yukin has a dream of Alice from Alice in Wonderland, meeting the car soldiers who are painting white roses red to avoid punishment, and it uses some footage from the movie Alice in Wonderland. So in the next morning, Deuce arrives, knowing that Ace would be there. So Ace, Deuce, Grim, you can go to the Hearts label dorm using a magic portal. They come across Cater Diamond, who basically is trying to paint these white roses red for an unbirthday party. Basically, it's implied that Riddle get pissed off about the flowers being white, so Cater gets the others to help him paint the white roses. Then he kicks them out. Basically, so Ace is there to apologize, but apparently he has to, according to a rule, he has to get a replacement tart to Riddle before he can apologize. And so then they go. So then classes start, and so you see some of the classes going on. So there's one teacher that's based on Cruella Deville from 101 Dalmatians. There's a what like the gym teacher is based off of Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, and then you have you have a lot of the other teachers. It is funny how they're referencing different different Disney movies. It is actually pretty funny. And then yeah, so you see all these different so you start seeing teachers based off of different Disney villains, and that's that happens. So yeah, so obviously because they're referencing all not every Disney villain has a dorm, so they do some as teachers, which makes sense. So then during lunch, um, you have so they eat lunch with Cater and Trey Diamond and Trey Clover, and so they eat lunch with them, and basically the two third years explain to the first years all the different dorms. When basically Grim asks if all the dorms look the same, and so they explain. So you have each dorm, you have Savannah Claw, which is based off of Scar from Lion King, Octavanel, which is based off of Ursula from Little Mermaid, Scarabia, which is based off Jafar from Aladdin, uh, Uma Fior, which is based off of the evil queen from Snow White. Ignihide, which is based on Hades from you know Hercules, and then the Somnia is based off Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. So it's very obvious. And then yeah, so and you see like they're gradually building up this world, and so basically Arthur Ace is mad about having to like do all this stuff with the rules. He doesn't know how Riddle keeps up with the rules. Basically, he thinks Riddle's a little uptight, and Riddle comes by him and says, "Care to elaborate?" And the episode ends. So obviously, it looks like there's gonna be more punishment for Ace. So yeah, that should be interesting. So yeah, I thought this was and yeah, I thought this was a really good. I thought it was a good episode. Interesting, they're building up. Obviously, each season is supposed to be about different houses. So this one's focused on the Queen of Hearts season. And so I thought this was a you know good. I thought this was a good episode. It's gonna be interesting to see what I thought this was a it was interesting to see all these rules, see all the different Disney villains referenced. So we'll gradually see more of this world, which I like. And it's funny, I like that world's version of Twitter was freaking funny. So you had Kater trying to take a selfie with the first years. I thought it was funny. So yeah, I thought this was a good episode. Looking forward to the next one. The Game the Challenge, Season 2, Episode 9, and full season. So in this one, during the feast, the five remaining players are shown coins, four gold ones and a black one. Black one represents elimination. So in the order, the first player is to take the black coin and one of the golden coins. Each consider one plan. Next player has to guess which coin the hand is, and basically, if the player guesses which one's the golden coin correctly, basically they're safe. While if they get the black coin, they have to pick the next player. They have to pick a gold coin. You know, basically do the game with the next player until everyone has a coin. So here's what the dumb things. So player 398. So 183 goes first. So 398, he's like, "Hey, I want the black one." So basically, so he's like, "I heard all." 398's like, "Look, I heard all your backstories. I think all your, so I'd rather y'all win than I win." So he like lets himself get eliminated, and it's so freaking dumb. And it was like, I built so many good friends. I was like, okay, yes, it's a freaking game. This isn't like someone's literally dying. If it's like people are actually literally dying, that would be one thing, and I would respect that sacrifice. But this is an actual. It's just a regular game. No one dies. It's paintball, bullet. It's paintball. It was like, no, you came here to win $4.56 million, and you throw it away. Like you throw it away. Who knows if you're gonna see these people again? Obviously, you've earned. You they have some respect, and like and especially like with something like with the targets, like, look, you're here to play a game. You're here to win more than $4.56 billion. No, this like this season is worse than last season because like some of the personalities are not there. Like they guess will being all petty and not the good kind petty. There's entertaining pettiness where everyone at least understands it's part of the game. And like last season, you did, and you also had some wholesome stuff last season. Whereas this season, it's just freaking petty, and it's like, okay, come on. And that's been my big criticism this season is that it's like the game itself. So for the final game, it was red light, green light. Basically, whoever crossed first won, and so basically everyone else was so player 72 won that game. So she got it. But yeah, the way I didn't like this episode. The way, because the three player 398 stuff, I'm like, it just felt so scripted. Like last year, there's accusations and stuff being scripted. Don't know how accurate that is. And then yeah, so it it did feel a little scripted right there. It's like, okay, come on. Like, yeah, it freaking pisses me off. Like this episode pissed me off, and it it puts a black spot on the entire season of. It's like, what the frick? Like the previous episodes, I was fine with those because, like, it you had a lot of variety of characters going on, and the games were cool. Well, this episode, you had so base. I'll just say it. Player 398 was being a little freaking pussy about it. He was being a little like, look, yes, yes, everyone has some backstory, but with that one guy who lied about having a pregnant girlfriend, there's some who lie about their backstories. And this is $4.56 billion. Now, to my knowledge, none of these people were lying about their backstories. None of them were. And look, he says, look, Jesus got me through this, and I respect that, yes. But you gotta freaking play the game. You made it this far. Play the game. Play the freaking game. I'm like, I, that is my big problem. Is some people get too emotional, and that I think that's a reality show issue in general, especially game shows, where you have some that get too into the sappy backstories, and this episode really did that very poorly. Like the previous episode, 8 episodes, since there was so many, like people, like it wasn't at felt as bogged down with that. You had people just talking about the game. Whereas this episode, since due to those, I guess 5 people left, people talking about the backstories. It's like, oh, boo hoo. I'm like, boo hoo. You're here for the same reason. I'm like, you're all here for the same reason. $4.56 million. It's a freaking game. Like, if 398 had gone to the final game and then lost, basically was just eliminated through a game, that'd be fine. But that's not what happened. He let himself be eliminated. Like, it's not like earlier episode you had like, you know, basically, someone had to sacrifice themselves, and that was part of a mini game, and that's a whole different thing. This one did not even require that. 398 was just being a little pussy, and yeah, it pissed me off. Like, and like, I guess the red light, green light didn't have the kind of intrigue that the, previous iterations have. I guess because there was a lot more people in the previous iterations. So you see like a lot of people, it's shot in that one, whereas in the main show where it's shot regular bullets and they will die, or if it's this show's version where it's like, yeah, it's paintball. But yeah, I didn't like this episode, and honestly, it puts a big dark spot on the entire season. Because it's like, this is what this whole season was leading to. Like, come on. Like, I don't know if the scripted accusations are true. I don't. Like, but it did feel a little scripted. But who knows? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a guy. 398 was really just being a real freaking pussy without no one egging him on. So yeah, like gosh, there's so many problems with this. Like, yeah, I don't like. I like the first season. I don't like the second season. Well, that's it. Did, did y'all like the stuff I reviewed? And if you have your own opinions about all that, you can put all that in the comments. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and all that. And look forward to the next video.